I was actually sick when I was writing the contest, so it was like I have to finish as soon as I can. And I remember I was in a hurry because I was running out of time.
The Juvenes Translatores text was about the Erasmus scholarship, which I also did afterwards. I was in Bremen for 1 whole year.
I remember that actually it was going really smooth. I was surprised by how easy it was. I thought it was going to be much harder.
I think this was the first time I've heard about Erasmus, so this is also a thing how Juvenes Translatores impacted my life.
My English teacher called me. It was during the break.
I was in my house just doing some Sunday chores, I think.
And she told me that I won the competition, and I couldn't believe it because my first thought was that how bad were the other translations that I actually won.
It gave me a lot of media attention.
And I couldn't believe it. I called my mom over and we jumped around all happily for a couple of minutes, just screaming.
I got invited to conferences to talk to teachers about the importance of teaching translation to students. It was very, very interesting.
It was for the first time I took a plane.
I can remember that I went there with my German teacher and also with my mother.
Yeah, also the city of Brussels because it's really beautiful.
I chose my mother because it was her idea, the competition. She found it on the internet.
Then the ceremony itself was glorious and I really enjoyed it because I was nervous because I was doing a speech.
It was the first time that I had to speak in front of so many people, and that was really interesting and gave me confidence indeed.
Teacher kind of forced me to do the speech because there wasn't a Slovak that had a speech at Juvenes Translatores before, so I think I was the first one.
And I saw all the people sitting up there in the booths, and we could listen on the headphones, and I could just switch channels, so I could listen to the Dutch and the French and all the different languages, and I thought it was very fascinating.
This is my booklet with sticky notes.
This is the award that we got.
But I still have the t-shirt with Juvenes Translatores.
This thing has a very big sentimental value to me because it's one of my portable memories from the Juvenes Translatores competition.
And I think it's so beautiful, even if when the light is playing on it.
I still keep it and wear it from time to time when I feel a little bit down.
Another aspect I liked about the meeting in Brussels was the fact that we could meet with the other winners.
Personally, it also changed me because I had to be, I don't know, I had to talk to people, not be shy and try to make new friends. And
well, I noticed that we were all the same, all teenagers from Europe, all having the same interests.
Also, the dinner we had together, it was really good and tasty. It was my first time I was eating shrimps, and the others were teaching me how to eat it.
I definitely remember my birthday cake. It was the largest I ever got, and probably the largest I will ever get. And also one of the best.
I think we went over to the Finnish winners' hotel room after dinner, and we just stayed there for a few hours, mostly exchanging swear words and insults in our native languages.
So visiting Brussels with Juvenes Translatores staff was a great opportunity to understand what the European Union really means. So not only economy and economic advantages, but also culture and people, real people who meet, who know each other, and this is the basis for peace in Europe, for everything.
The impact it had on my life was that I definitely felt more connected to the EU.
You don't really feel it. And then we got the euro, and then I got to go to Brussels and just look around and meet all the other people. And I really understood then that I was a part of Europe and I was a European citizen.
It was really nice to see the translators at work and to see this kind of institution from the inside.
Yes, it was the first time I had ever seen translators working, and it was all so new to me that I can't really pick out one aspect that impressed me. But I'd never realized before that you could have a career in translation, and that could just be what you do with your life. So yeah, it was very eye-opening.
I think it is very, very nice to reward people that are investing in their language learning skills, because there are a lot of competitions and generally a lot of talk about natural sciences. Not that it's not important, of course it's important, but there's not much done on languages, I think, and learning a language is a very hard work.
In the meantime, I actually have translated a couple of videos, the subtitles for some TED videos on TED.com, so that was a lot of fun actually. I learned some things. Maybe they'll come in handy when if I study translation, because I have applied, but I don't know yet if I will get accepted and stuff.
I'm studying at the Faculty of Education, so probably a teacher, and I'm studying English and French.
It changed my life completely. I know that sounds real sappy, but I actually wanted to study theoretical physics before I won the contest. And now I want to be an interpreter. So not a translator, but very close.
But what has happened recently, since I started my internship in a local NGO in Cyprus, one of my basic tasks is actually translation. So even though my position there is not as a translator, I do many translations. I mean, most of the time.
And it made me realize that translation was what I wanted to do with my life. And actually next week I start a job as a translator in Zurich. So it's completely changed my life and basically given me my career.
Go on translating. Whatever you are going to do in your life, go on translating, because translation is one of the most important things to understand each other, especially in Europe.